the MSNBC has finally decided this story. I swear to God, okay. So MSNBC finally decided to comment about the Joy Reid drama, if that's what you want to call it. How the Joy Reid insanity. The woman needs to be in a cuckoo house, and no one's surprised that MSNBC has decided to make no comment. They said they stand by their troubled host, troubled psychologically. This woman has, and she has squirrels running around in her head. That's how, to me, I look at this woman. Take it from there. Am I overreacting to this? I can't take another minute of the Joy Reid story where she's on tonight. She's on, like nothing happened here. What? Give us the facts.
To me, I've been following this since it first happened, weeks, months ago, whatever it was. And I like to look on Twitter, and I like to see the responses of people on any of these stories. This one happened to be from the Daily Beast. MSNBC staff on Joy Reid. Enough apologies. We want answers. So the staff at MSNBC wants answers, and all the Twitter responses to this are, leave Joy alone. She's too important to lose her voice. She said she's evolved. Well, you know what? It's not just about evolving on an issue. Everybody does that, whatever.
Yeah.
The fact is, you went out there, destroyed your whole credibility as a journalist by making up a bogus claim that you were hacked.
Okay, let's talk about the hack, okay? First of all, she says I was hacked. Now, of course, nobody believes that, but then she goes out and she gets the FBI. They're going to do an investigation as Joy Reid hack. Like, that really matters. Like, we got issues much bigger than Joy Reid keeping her job. Then Joy Reid goes out and hires this numbnut he's supposed to be a cyber tech forensic guy. And so he comes back, oh, yeah, she was absolutely hacked. And then we find out he's a fraud, and Joy Reid had to apologize about him because she knew that she hired a nutcase fraud to try to stand behind her story. Where does it stop? Okay, give me the stories that we've learned about Joy Reid. Let's try to knock them around as best we can.
Well, no, you have the promoting the Alex Jones
the 9/11 was a government conspiracy.
Right. The Photoshop of John McCain as the Virginia Tech shooter.
Yeah.
Which they say, like, well, it wasn't about him doing it. No. You don't take the image of somebody from a tragedy like that and put somebody's head on it. And the most important, obviously, are all of the massively homophobic blog posts that she had over the years.
Yeah.
And it all paints the picture of someone who at the time didn't know what she stood for, wanted to test the waters and see where everybody wanted her to go.
That's the point.
Right.
She will go wherever the wind blows. Right now, and this is absolutely how MSNBC operates. Let's go where the wind blows. You remember we covered the story. I mean, we've been doing this a long time. We covered the story of Phil Donahue.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil Donahue gets yanked because he comes out against a war that MSNBC was trying to flame every single night. They had advertisers from Boeing and McDonnell Douglas on their show flaming the law, flaming the war, because they could sell more advertising, okay? So they replace it with none other than Michael Crazy Man Savage. Michael Savage comes in to replace Phil Donahue. And it all has to do with Phil Griffin, who is wherever the wind blows, Phil Griffin will go. If we're conservative for a month or two, he's going to go there. If we're liberal, he's going to go there. Joy Reid is an example of what we're talking about, okay? Like, we can't live without Joy Reid. Let me just tell you something. We've interviewed, just to be clear, we've done interviews with people like Howard Zinn, Chalmers Johnson, Noam Chomsky. Those are issues. Chris Hedges. Yeah. Those are people that matter. They really are great intellectuals, and they really matter. Joy Reid, come on, man. You're going to lose the credibility of your network to where you actually have Rachel Maddow, who I used to work with on Air America. Rachel Maddow, who I don't even recognize anymore. I swear to God, I don't even recognize. She comes out, brains, guts, heart, and soul. Believe Joy Reid has always been a treasured and brilliant colleague, but I've never, come on, man. Where do we stop being tribal? You follow? That's what the story. When do we stop being damn Democrat, tribal nutcases or Republican nutcases? When do we stop being tribal and call balls and strikes?
Well, that's the thing. If these same people want to get upset about Roseanne Barr, and yes, there's a difference between the racism, but really, is there? When you're talking about a racist tweet or a homophobic blog post, isn't it the same form of hate? And you can say that she's evolved all you want. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't. That's not the issue. The issue is she lied about an FBI investigation that nobody's been able to corroborate is actually happening. Yeah. She hires this cybersecurity nut who goes out there and lies to the public.
And then apologizes about him.
Right. And so
and
nothing she has said has made any sense. It's all been lies to the people supporting her, and they still say she's too important.
This is the new MSNBC.
It is.
Okay, that's the problem. Well, I can't say new. It's always been the history of MSNBC. Go where the wind blows. If we can sell advertising, it's like you've said on the show. Is anybody really going to go out and buy a Patriot missile because Boeing or McDonnell Douglas is advertising on MSNBC? They're doing that for access. In MSNBC, they just eat it up. They just eat it up. Right now, I got to tell you something. This is a defining moment. Even Joy Reid's own staff, their own staff is saying, really? We've got to produce a show for this woman who is a nut job. There's no other way to describe her. She's an absolute nut job.
And it's really sad for those staffers, too, because they're out there and they all spoke to the Daily Beast, anonymity, which is fine for them. But you and I personally know several of the people that work on that program.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. They've been down here in our studio plenty of times. But
credible people, man.
They want the answers, and they're not getting them. They don't believe the story. They know, according to what they've said, that she is making this up. But real quick, I want to hit back on the fact that people defending her. You know how one of the attacks they lay out on people who say, well, we need some answers on this, is they say, well, it's racism. You don't want a black woman to be successful.
God almighty.
And the question for them is, well, where were you when the network canned Melissa Harris Perry, who was phenomenal, or Michael Eric Dyson?
Yeah, two great voices. That there wasn't racism. This isn't racism.
No.
Just like Hillary Clinton's election wasn't misogynist. We got to get away from this narrow tribal thinking, or we're just self-destructive, and that's what's happening here. Is there any other way you can see this?
No, this is absolutely self-destructive for people to stand by and blindly defend it. If you want to say, you know what, I'm going to reserve my opinion or thoughts on this until the results of that FBI investigation, then say that, but do not go out there and say it doesn't matter what she said, she's so important, we need her.
Yeah,